bigger test, and I will discuss the parts of the analog camera. Is hot shoe is the electronic variant of connector that you generally find on the top of your camera. This slot contains electronic contacts that allows you to control certain compatible accessories such as flashes, some microphones, wireless triggers, viewfinders, and other gear. Then, second is rewind lever. Rewind lever, it enables the exposed film inside the camera to move back into its cartridge canister before being taken out for processing. Then, shutter speed indicator ISO selector. Shutter speed controls the amount of light by the length of time. The aperture, the size of the lens opening, controls the amount of light by the intensity via a series of different size opening. Film advance lever. Used to rotate the film inside the camera in order to take a new picture. Film speed dial indicates the speed or sensitivity of the film you are using. Device through which the lens aperture of a camera is open to admit light and thus expose the film. Adjustable shutter control exposure time or the length of time during when light is admitted. This is what focuses light from what you see through the viewfinder into a tiny, typical 35mm spot on the back of your film, DSLR, or mirrorless camera. If you remove the lens from your camera, the only kind of image you can produce is white light. Ring. This is a section of the lens that rotates to allow the photographer to focus the image. On automatic cameras, this ring is moved by a small motor within the lens. Whenever you press the shutter release button half down here. For manual focus, you will turn the ring until the image comes into focus. The last is f-stop, refers to the aperture opening of the lens through which light can pass to the sensor or film. We're on back of the analog camera. First, camera back. A camera back is a device that attaches to the back of a camera in the place of traditional negative film holder and contains an electronic image sensor. Viewer, a camera component that shows the photography, the area of the subject that will be included in a photograph. Compartment. There is a compartment in the back of the camera to hold the film. This compartment has space for the film canister sprouts to guide the film across the exposure, a pressure plate to tighten the film, and take up wheel to wind the film. A rewind button that you press to go back to an earlier part of a film, movie, piece of music. Hit the rewind button and listen to the film or view the film again. We're on the digital camera. A hot shoe is the electronic variant of connector that you generally find on the top of your camera. This slot contains electronic contacts that allow you to control certain compatible accessories such as flashes, some microphones, wireless triggers, viewfinders, and other gear. It's used to allow the photographer to see the image through the viewfinder. Is strap plug. This camera strap plug rings is designed for helping you to attach a neck strap to your camera eyelet, particularly for the camera's own small eyelets. The fastest shutter speed at which the whole imaging sensor in the camera can expose to light entering through the lens at once. F-coupler or automatic focus is the function of the camera to automatically focus on a subject. Most generally, digital cameras have this function. There are various AF methods, and the available methods are different depending on the model of the camera. Contact. The pins make contact with the electronic contact inside the camera body. This contact allows power and data to flow between the camera body and the lens. See if contacts near the lens bayonet. Lens unlock button. Press this button to unlock the lens mount and detach the lens by rotating it. Mount index is a mark on the lens mount that helps you to attach the lens securely to the camera. Timer lamp blinks as the timer counts down. The shutter is released, then 10 seconds after the shutter button is pressed. Used for photographs in which you wish to appear yourself. Back of the digital camera. Panel is the primary component, the screen in a LCD monitor. Your camera component that show the photograph with the area of the subject that will be included in a photograph. Lamp, an indicator that lights when the camera is accessing the memory card. The camera monitor is a monitor that attaches externally to a digital camera to aid with photography and cinematography. Camera monitors typically have a larger display than the built-in monitors on consumer cameras and are also usually wider and able to reproduce color better. Terminal cover designed to hold its own various elements in climatic conditions. The camera's feature a durable magnesium alloy body and protective weather sealing around buttons and the battery and the memory card compartment. Put camera. This is center focus control. This allows the photographer to change the distortion characteristic of the lens so the look of the out of focus elements in the foreground or background can be changed to produce more pleasing photos, particularly portrait. USB video terminal is a camera that connects to a computer usually through plugging into USB port to on machine. The video is fed to our software application that you view the pictures and also transfer to them to the internet. Terminal cable switch terminal is an useful device when you want to fire the shutter but not want to touch the camera, thus avoiding any vibration caused by the pressing the button. The flash is a device that emits light momentarily. You can use the flashlight to compensate for the lack of brightness when shooting in dimly lit situation like indoors or night scenes. Diopter adjustment lever allows you to customize the viewfinder so that you can see a clear focus image inside the viewfinder without using eyeglasses or contact lenses to correct your vision. Sagat. Sagat encloses the rotating ball and also contains the controls for locking the ball. Sagat has a slot on the side to allow the camera to be rotated to portrait orientation. The grip protector is an accessory for a SLD camera which allows the camera to hold multiple batteries to extend the battery life of the camera. Battery cover unlock lever. This to use to open the battery cover. The function of the battery cover is to cover the battery.